way to celebrate the end of the week. And with both teams fighting for playoff position, this is as intense of a regular season as you'll see, Grant.
Oh, B.A., you can feel what's at stake here in the arena. Both of these teams will treat this like the postseason. The playoffs start now for them.
A look at the starting group for the Pistons. Cunningham and Ivy work together as the backcourt. Contavious Caldwell-Pope out there with Holland. And it's Nurkic in at the center position, locking down the middle.
Well, heady plays like that are what Jimmy Butler is all about. He knows where the defense is.
Cunningham against Schroeder. Denied by Adebayo. Outside Butler. Here's Z. Down the pipe it goes. Schroeder with the assist. Z's got 6. Grant, it's hard not to dwell on the fact that MP has moved past Jordan's total. The 86-87 season, he had 3,041 points. That was MJ's highest scoring season ever.
As much of a killer instinct as Jordan had, MP may be even more driven. He doesn't just want to win. He wants to do maximum damage.
Yep, that one goes.
Just finding room to go to work inside. Ivy really relies on his physical abilities to get a close-range shot.
And make no mistake, Cade Cunningham is the engine of this team, Grant.
Man, his vision and playmaking are crucial to the offense. Coach trusts him to make the right reads and set up his teammates. He has cut down on mistakes and is rounding into an elite point guard.
Here's Holland. In his last outing, he had 11 points. And that one's good. Cunningham.
Right now, Cunningham has that shot dialed in.
The Heat have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Here's Z. No good on the triple.
Man, you get so caught up in the bravado of someone scoring on you and you wanting to even the score. Unfortunately, he couldn't answer back.
Now here's Cunningham. Last game for him, he picked up 13. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Well, Eric Spoelstra had a few moments to share with me. I asked him what's the key to slowing down Cade Cunningham. Coach said, quote, not letting him get clean looks inside the arc. Cade is a terrific mid-range shooter and a solid finisher inside, so we just have to get a hand in his face on every shot. Limiting his production could be the difference in this game.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. Here's Butler. The Pistons getting their last shot to go. The shot by Z, no good. And here's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for the Pistons. Trailing by 2. You know, last game they matched up with the Mavs. A tough loss there.
And their body language was unimpressive. They looked defeated much of the night, and because of it, they took the L.
Yeah, and they didn't get, like, blown out in that game, but it felt deflating, and it felt like they got crushed. And they could not get anything going, no matter who they had out on the court.
Kicks it out to Cunningham. Let's go with a 3. Adebayo grabs the board. Miami leading by 4. Here's Z. He buries it from 3. Z's got 12 points in the game.
He doesn't look satisfied with the lead right now. He wants more, and he looks like he's going to get it.
All right, Grant, I have to ask you, has there ever been a more intimidating team than the old bad boy Pistons?
Well, they weren't fancy, but they played hard and they played physical basketball. Every team that faced those Detroit teams knew they were in for a battle.
Here's Z. In the game against Denver, very impressive.
You know you're doing something right when you find yourself up double digits in the first period.
Well, dominant so far, that's the responsibility of the starters. Now let's see if everybody else who plays in this game makes the same kind of high-level contributions.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let-up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
Both teams will make substitutions. Let's have a look at the teams who have been shooting the ball the most consistently these past 10 games. Deciding to change it up. Jovic and Bam play together inside. Then it's Dennis Schroeder, then it's Jaime Jaquez, and it's Z in at the point guard position. That's the group on the floor for Miami.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
There's the triple. Can't sink it. Fourth miss out of 9 attempts. Pistons trail by 17. Pass to Moore. Inside. Sasser gets the bucket. 7 points in the game.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Here's Z. The three is up. He's got it. 6 of 10 now.
Even with all the threes he nailed in the first quarter, the defense still hasn't made the proper adjustments.
Now here's Sasser. 4-3. And that bucket makes him 4 for 7 today. Good production.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Z. And again, it's Miami from deep.
Sweet to be a difference maker in the game, and he's been a great option for them on these possessions.
Pass to Sasser. Here's Moore. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Back to Sasser. Out to Harris. Here's the pick. Tries again. Rebound Miami. Adebayo's got his 6th rebound on the night. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Hi, guys. Well, Z in their last game against the Nuggets was lights out. He had 63 points, and that's a season high for him. What an offensive performance. A legendary performance that will be talked about for years to come. Unless he's able to do it again tonight. Brian?
It really was some night for him. He couldn't have been much better, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., there was nothing they could do to contain him. Once he got rolling, it was game on.
And sometimes you can just look at a guy and you see the confidence that he's playing with. That's what I like best.
Exactly what every offense needs. Shooters who can force the defense to extend.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
Pass to Harris. The three is up. Rebound Miami. And they are the winners of 24 consecutive games, which ties the record set by those dominant Warriors teams back in 2016.
And this kind of winning streak is special. It's really been interesting to just how many ways they are taking advantage of their opponents, pulling off 10-0 runs, constant stifling ball pressure, interior rim protection. The three-pointers are going down. This team is super exciting to watch.
Here's Z. Off target from three-point range.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
And here's Harris outside. Jaquez grabs the board.
Now, one player sometimes can drag down your offense, and he seems to be an anchor here in this quarter.
Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
And here's Harris. 5 points in the game. With 1 on the clock. Oh, and he hits it at the buzzer.
Makes his selection just in time. Well done.
Yeah, it's almost like he's playing with the wristwatch there. He knew the time, he executed.
And so it's Miami. They have a confident 20-point lead right now. And they've been shooting the lights out from the arc. All those threes have this poised for a blowout. Back after this.
You take a look at the Heat, they're right where they want to be, and they're right where they should be. Now it's a matter of getting everything in place.
And let's move on now to that first half. Obviously, a lot of work to do for the Detroit Pistons.
The big reason.
And that'll do it for us. Thanks for...
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Well, Grant, we know non-shooting big men can clog the paint, but if they know where to move off the ball, that certainly helps.
Yeah, you know, big men who know those circle actions, like flashing to the open spot when their man gives help, they often end up with easy looks inside.
And on the floor for J.B. Bickerstaff as we get into the second half. Cunningham and Ivy work together as the backcourt. Holland out there with Yusuf Nurkic. And it's Caldwell Pope in at the 3. And here's Cunningham outside. Miami grabs the miss. Here's Z. 30 points in the game.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
Ivy outside. The 3 is up. Jaquez grabs the board. Jaquez has got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's Z. Off target with the 3.
Not been an easy start. 3 straight misses here on these possessions.
And there's Cunningham on the assist from Holland. Cunningham's got 9 points.
Disappointing as a player to have such a great game and still be trailing. Not over yet, though.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
And Grant, the Heat last season retiring Udonis Haslam's number 40.
Yeah, he played his entire 2-decade career in his hometown of Miami. And for all of his contributions on the court, what he meant to this organization off the floor was just as important. They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Ivy outside. Back to Cunningham. Shoots over Schroeder. Rebound Miami. Adebayo's got rebound number 8 here already in the game. Right wing. Here's Z. And again for 3. Man, he's really launching them from outside the arc.
And so locked in, feeling confident in his 3-point shot tonight.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Hey, Brian, NBA Commissioner Adam Silver is highly encouraged by the growth of the game. He said, in addition to being the fastest growing sport in the world, we are the #1 participation team sport in the United States. Boys and girls are playing basketball in record numbers. Love to hear it, Brian.
No doubt. The game's in a great place right now, Allie. Thank you.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Pass to Holland. Down low. Here's Ivy. Shots blocked!
Hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, a lot of this is going to be felt by him. His shooting tonight has just been atrocious.
The defense is nowhere to be found guarding the 3-point shot.
Cunningham against Schroeder. Lets it go from deep. Adebayo grabs the board. Adebayo's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
For Detroit, they've gotten just 25% of their shots to fall since the half. 2 for 8. Outside, Caldwell Pope. Holland for 3. And again, the Pistons missing. The Heat have gone 5 for 9 from the floor in the 3rd quarter. Z. Off the mark there with a 3. And here's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for Detroit. Back to Caldwell Pope. Pass to Nurkic. Schroeder with a rebound. And it's Miami's ball. They're on a 15-3 run. Here's Z. He got it again! Sensational!
I mean, it's unbelievable. I mean, he's now 5th in number of 40-point games over a single season.
Oh, one of the more bankable scores this league has seen. You have to marvel at his consistency. To the paint. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. That's on Jimmy Butler. Detroit shooting their first free throws of the evening. So for the Pistons, Bassie, he's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Moore comes in for Caldwell Pope. And Sasser subbed in for Cade Cunningham. Here's Z. And again, Miami with a triple.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
Sasser outside. Fires the 3. Oh, another basket for him. He's 6 of 11 now.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Tobias Harris checked in for the Pistons. Anderson comes in for Ivy.
Pistons substitution.
Well, Detroit shooting 40% so far in this one. Harris outside. Pass to Anderson. Over to the left wing. Here's Sasser. And the baseline jumper, no good.
The defense better tighten up on the mid-range there. Much tighter. You expect him to make every single one of those.
And so it's the Miami Heat building a mountain of a lead, up 31. And both teams changing it up here. And Detroit has possession. Ivy outside. Goes up at the stripe. Jump shot is good.
Ivy using that mid-range well.
Here's Z. They've got Williams, and it's Rozier in at the shooting guard position. That's the group on the floor for Miami. 1:33 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Z shot is good.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Heat.
And you don't usually see this kind of blowout, but tonight they delivered the punishment.
I mean, what's so impressive is they never wavered in their approach. They just kept at it and showed they were without a doubt the better team.
And what can you say that hasn't been already said? We knew these guys would be great coming into the year, but their complete dominance is rare. They have redefined greatness.
It's just a great matchup for them, and they're looking for the 4-game season sweep in their next meeting.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Z.
Just does a great job of looking for space and then finding it. That's taking advantage of what the defense is giving them.
And that one's good. Cunningham.
A good eye from the mid-range. It's part of what makes Cunningham so dangerous.
Rozier outside. Ivy with the defensive effort.
Well, you gotta miss sometimes, but that one seemed like a gimme.
Takes the three. And it's Miami with a rebound. From behind the arc. Good! Another from three.
And this is a historic shooting night for him. Tied for third now for most threes in a game.
And the points keep piling up and the threes keep dropping in. He is red hot from downtown. And that one's good. Cunningham.
And Cade doing a great job of figuring out how it is that he's going to stay this efficient.
And the Heat with possession. Out to the right wing. Puts up a three. And again for three.
He is unstoppable. Completely dialed in from distance.
What an historic night shooting the ball. He now stands by himself for third place in most threes in a game. So no problem for Miami as they get the win.